So after a short delay, just due to the doctor needing to check over one of our Yemi Mini drivers after the incident that we saw a little bit earlier on, here is your final grid of the heat stages for the 2025 Karting Champions League Winter Series here at Karting d'Espagne. It's KZ2, KZ2 Masters and X30 Super Shifter. The grid is as follows. Kevin Stehauer leads the way and starts from pole position. He'll be joined by Daniel Tenbach on row number 2. Renzo Alibax and Louis Esser on row 2. Jaden Teen and Jens Trö, row 3. Sita van Miert and Niels Koster round out row 4. Koster on Masters pole. Julian Cameron joined by X30 Super Shifter pole sitter Milo van Buggenhout. They complete the top 10. Anders Elkier from Denmark, Belgium's Tristan Bellon, Rick Hartmann from Germany, Milan van Vinden from the Netherlands, and Belgium's Kevin Delcroix, and the Netherlands' Martin Versteeg round out your grid. So once this race has all been said and done, we will then go into our respite phase, because in the case of everyone, we need to have a little bit of rest, relaxation ahead of tomorrow, which is going to be the last day of this event. So the drivers now get into their grid positions ahead of this final race of Saturday. Green flag at the back. Drivers now put their hands on the steering wheels, and with the engines revving, revs build, lights are out. Oh, and a big problem at the back end of the field, but good start by Kevin Stehauer. Launched it off the line. This time he knew he wasn't going to get it wrong. Three-way scramble for 5th place coming out of turn number 2 as the field makes their way through into 3 for the first time, but someone did not get off the line at all. Hands in the air. And I think it was Milan van Vinden in the 4:08 as the field makes their way through into turn number 5 and into Chemin de Fer. And a little bit of an early lead there for Daniel Tenbach. He's started off on the right foot, got the biting point right, launched it off the line, and everyone else is like going, outright, we're going to have to chase him down. And that includes those behind him. So it's not going to be an easy one for the drivers. But this is where things count very, very significantly for them. So after the opening lap, Kevin Stayhauer leads the way. In second, it's Renzo Alibax. Good work by Jaden Teen. He got a great launch off the line, did the youngster from the Netherlands. And now moves up to P3, Jens Ter. I think, yeah, Jens Ter in the meantime has got through. So Jaden Teen now has Sita van Miert behind him. So Sita unfortunately suffered with her front bumper being found to be in. So the clips were in on the bumper and gave her a 5-second time penalty. But now, well, Kevin Stayhauer is looking to make it 3 in a row and put himself on pole position for the Superheat. We have had some results come through already on the ranking after heats. Of course, juniors have concluded their racing action. Whether I might have their ranking after heats results confirmed and ratified, but X30 Senior and Yami Mini have been confirmed. But with 7 3/4 minutes left to go, we are less than 50 minutes away from sunset here in Marienborg. The main thing is, one driver is doing exactly what he needs to do, and Kevin Stayhauer has just lit up the timesheets purple again in the opening sector. 36, he's done a 36.347. He's absolutely flying. Stayhauer is going to try and make sure he can put in a big old lead. And get this, he was over, he's nearly 6.5 tenths quicker than Renzo Alibax. Gap was 1.1, it's now 1.6. New fastest lap this time, however, by Daniel Tenbach. 1/1000ths quicker than the driver in the lead of the race. So now, it's going to be a case of, right, how quickly can people close in on the man in front? Well, that's hard to say. Very hard to say indeed how quickly they're going to be able to catch up with Kevin Stayhauer, because he's managed to do exactly what he needed to do. And at this point, it's anyone's guess if anyone can catch him in the next 6 minutes and 20 seconds plus an additional lap. So, Kevin Stayhauer leads the way. Jens Ter now up to second. Renzo Alibax in third. Jaden Teen rounds out the top 4, ahead of Sita van Miert. Niels Koster, I've just noticed, has dropped down into 11th position, so has dropped 3 places so far. He's still leading in the KZ2 Masters category. Still all to play for, however. But there is a big old train behind Jaden Teen, of course, with Belgium Racing teammates. Sita van Miert just behind, and then there's Louis Esser and Daniel Tenbach making it. Two's company falls more than a crowd, it's a gaggle of people, or gaggle of carts in this instance. Now up the inside on Sita van Miert goes the 409 of Louis Esser and gets through. He opened the door there it did open the door for Daniel Tenbach, who also got the opportunity to get through. Meantime, things are looking a little bit closer now between Jens Ter. Renzo Alibax is about 0.8 of a second behind Jens Ter. Jaden Teen last time around was about 5.5 of a second behind Alibax. So it's Stayhauer still leading. Jens Ter, new fastest lap of the race, 54.042. And that was last time round. Personal bests in sectors 1 and 2. But nevertheless, he still managed to get the car get the kart to be the fastest out of anybody. And that's always a good thing to see. So the time is fast counting down here, just over 3 minutes and 50 seconds, plus an additional lap remaining to go here in the final race for the heats for Karting Champions League 2025 here at Karting Giffagne. Thank you to the circuit here at Marienborg, with the team led by Thierry Lebine. So 3 minutes and 30 seconds still to go on the clock. There is still that air of anticipation. I always think that sometimes the result could be in the bag and it's pretty much done and dusted. However, one thing I've come to appreciate about this sport is over the years how much unpredictability that I've witnessed as on the mic. And sometimes there can be quite a lot that does happen. So coming down to just under the final 3 minutes. And we still have that opportunity for someone to maybe throw a little fly in the ointment, so to speak. But Kevin Stehauer doing exactly what he needs to do. 53.867 was his latest fastest lap. Purple in sector 1 for Stehauer. 10 back, fastest overall. Purple sector in sector 2 with an 18.056. And, well, once we've completed the super heats tomorrow, it goes to one thing and one thing only. You don't take into consideration points. You take into consideration where you finish. And once again, Stehauer just absolutely flying. And he's now expanded the lead over Jens Steur to 2 seconds. As Daniel Tenbach gets through on Louis Esser, who now has Sita van Mirk just behind the 440. One of the drivers alongside, along with the team from Belgium Racing, which includes Jaden Team, who still is holding on to 4th place. Jaden being very consistent this weekend. Of course, this is his first event this year, not last year, but last year he did double duty at the Chrono Karting Dutch Championship whilst defending his, going through his senior road tax crown, which he'd already wrapped up. Went KZ2, it was at Karting Genk, the home champions, and he went and put it on pole by next to nothing. So still 2 laps remain until the checkered flag falls for the last time. And Van Miert trying to put the pressure on Esser going through into turn 3. 440, unable to make it stick at that moment in time, but there's still another opportunity. There still is a chance for that to happen. So timer is about to expire as Kevin Stehauer comes across the line, and it is going to be it is, according to the live timing, he did not make it. He did not make it, and so it is last lap. Lap 11 out of 12 just completed. So next time round, our flag marshal on the start-finish line will now have to prepare the checkered. So Kevin Stehauer leading the way by 2.1 seconds ahead of Jens Steur. Alibax, Team, Tenbach, Essert, Van Miert, Kamen, Alkier and Bellon round out the top 10. But what can you say? He had to fight for the win in heat number 2, but he's going to come out of heat 3 smelling of roses through the final right-hander from the Netherlands. Kevin Stehauer on the Birrellart is going to come across the line. He takes the victory in the final heat, and it's by nigh on a landslide victory, 2.3 seconds. He beats Jens Trø. And more to the point, Kevin Stehauer has put himself on provisional pole for the superheat tomorrow. Renzo Alibax takes third ahead of Jaden Teen. Daniel Tenbach rounds out the top 5, having started from the outside of the front row. Then Louis Esser, 6th. Sita van Miert, 7th. Julian Kalman, 8th. Ahead of Anders Elkier and our X30 Super Shifter class winner, Tristan Bellon, in the number 649. Niels Koster takes his second KZ2 Masters win of the weekend and beats Kevin Delacroix, who won the class in heat number 2. Rick Hartmann, Milo van Bogenhout, Milan van Vinden and Martin Versteeg round out the 16-strong field. All drivers covered by 31 seconds, making it to the checkered flag after 12 laps. And that is that for heats action, the Karting Champions League Winter Series for 2025.